It's not because he's a bunny rabbit, it's because he's black. Hi everybody, welcome to another spooktacular episode of Let's Talk Anime. I'm Dear Rangerous, and happy Halloween! Yep, it's Halloween. You know, that time of the year where you go to random people's houses and ask for some free shit. Although you really can't do it due to a pandemic. But that doesn't mean we can't have fun, okay? There's still so many other fun things we can do during this time of the year. I mean, we can watch scary movies. We can even put on Giorno Giovanna's coat from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. You know, the pink one. Or, and here's even a better one, get ready, we can watch a scary anime. Or just hear me talk about a scary anime. I just realized I've only done one Halloween episode. Well, guess what? This is my second Halloween episode for Let's Talk Anime. We're going to talk about a scary anime, okay? Something that will possibly scare your pants off, man. Or you might laugh your pants off. Let's talk about something down to earth. Something rooted in its name. Ghost stories. This anime is really, really weird. I'm sorry, it's just so completely out there. This series is both a horror anime as well as a dark comedy. As usual, to understand ghost stories, you gotta understand the creator, but not just the creator, but a few other key people that played a part in this magnificent anime. For starters, you gotta understand the source material of ghost stories. The source material comes from none other than Mr. Toru Tsunemitsu. Tsunemitsu is from the Kochi Prefecture, graduated from a very nice college, became a teacher, and also later became the 28th president of the Japanese Folklore Society. In fact, he actually based a lot of ghost stories off of the folklore he read about. See, that's smart. Okay, now we see what we're getting, the groundwork of this series. You see, Tsunemitsu came up with the idea. It wasn't until Studio Pierrot came in and decided to make it a reality. Studio Pierrot is known for creating such amazing anime series, such as Boruto, Boruto's prequel, which features his dad. Let's see, Yu Yu Hakusho, Sayuki, who could forget one of the greatest series ever made? Black Clover. Fuck, that hurt. Ugh. That ain't true. Black Clover is not the best series ever made. Meanwhile, Studio Pierrot got the help of Mr. Hiroshi Hashimoto to help write some of the episodes of Ghost Stories. If you don't know, Hashimoto is known for his work on series such as Zatch Bell, Ranma Half, and, who could forget, at least 2 One Piece movies. And last, but certainly not the least, the last player we have in this whole mixture that is Ghost Stories is ADV Films. They are a former dubbing company that went defunct, but they're gonna play a role a little bit later. So I bet you're wondering right now, what in the world is Ghost Stories even about? Well, that's a very good question. It's basically the end result of gentrification. Okay, fine, I'll be honest. You got some people disturbing sacred land, and as a result, ghosts in the area, mainly around an old school, start coming to life. And they start haunting people and also attempt to murder people. So it's the help of these fine kids that'll go off and try and save the town and the people. And they have a pet cat. You know what? This series is basically Japanese Scooby-Doo. There, I said it. Now, on paper, this idea sounds pretty good. You got a bunch of kids dealing with, say, life and death situations, and it's scary, and it's meant to be, fearful and serious. In Japan, the series was shit. Some people said it was boring, convoluted, What is it? It's like,
Oh wow, a horror anime. Monster of the day. Wow, this is so scary.
the series did not do well at all in Japan. It is a horror anime. At least the Japanese version of it is a horror. So when this anime made it over to the United States to be dubbed by ADV Films, they had to follow 3 specific rules. Rule number 1, follow the plot. Rule number 2, keep the characters' names the same, roughly. And finally, rule number 3, say whatever you feel like. And they took the say whatever you want part very seriously. This anime changed so much in the English dub that certain characters' personalities were even changed. It literally became anime Scooby-Doo, but on crack. That is the best way for me to sum up ghost stories. And also, I know there's a whole bunch of people out there who will say, well, you know, subs are better than dubs. Here's the thing. You have not heard an English dub unless you have actually heard ghost stories. Our first character is Satsuki Miyanoshita. Satsuki is very kind, she's caring, she's nurturing, protective, and she's mature for her age. I mean, she would have to be because, you know, she doesn't have a mom and it's just her dad and her younger brother, and the 3 of them have to make it together. Now, in the English dub, Satsuki is all of that, plus she is prone to a lot of random violent threats, such as threatening to duct tape the holes of a cat carrier. Our next character is Satsuki's younger brother, Keiichiro. Keiichiro is caring, he loves his older sister, and he's a bit of a crybaby. And according to the English dub, he also has a developmental disability. Mind you, this anime was dubbed in the 2000s. Just please keep that in mind. Next up, you've got Hajime Aoyama. Hajime is basically a 90s kid in the 2000s. That's basically his whole character. I mean, you know, he likes to play video games, he likes to hang out with friends, and in the English dub, he is hella perverted. Like, talks about wanting to hook up with his babysitter. Our next character is Momoko Koi Gakubo. Momoko is very, very tranquil. She brings like a tranquil air around her. She cares for everybody around her, and she is just one of the most gentlest souls you'll ever meet. Now let me tell you about this bitch in the English dub. Momoko is homophobic, Islamophobic, anti-Semitic, and she tries her hardest to indoctrinate everybody she comes around. This girl is the anime version of Pat Robertson. Our next character is Leo Kakinoki. Leo is a self-proclaimed ghost expert. He is the stereotypical nerd, and believe it or not, he actually has a crush on Momoko, which is hella ironic considering that in the English dub, Leo is Jewish. And last but certainly not the least, you have the Scooby-Doo of the whole series, Amano Jaku, who is a tsundere cat that acts like Frieza. All right, folks, let's just cut through all of this red tape, okay? You heard me mention how this English dub is way different than the actual source material, considering the fact I said they were free to say whatever they wanted to say, okay? We know where this next segment is gonna be, okay? There's no denying it. Let's just go on for it. Cue it!
Crazy things said in an English dub anime.
It is within this part where I will be reading to you some of the lines of dialogue that has been said in this English dub. Disclaimer, this humor is hella dated, and I mean hella dated. You don't get it. This series humor is really, really dated, okay? So please keep that in mind as I quote the English dub here. Let's begin, shall we? Ahem. There's nothing to be afraid of, Keiichiro. Monsters only get evil people, like Republicans, and we're not old enough to vote. Relevant. Principals always look like lesbians. Mom? Good one. If they don't have sukiyaki, then our theory is as bogus as Scientology. Now we'll never find out who the ghost is. I hope to God you're adopted. family. Googly googly diggity diggity. Giggity giggity googly giggity goo. Giggity goo googly giggity diggity goo. Philosophical. As much as we wanted, it could never be. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black. Breathtaking. Daddy, Cinnamon called, and she said you should get tested. Smart. Holy pre-Parkinson's, Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Back to the Future plot ripoff device. Where's my DeLorean? Historical. You know what I hear? I hear the sound of you shutting the fuck up. Sassy. That dialogue was, very spicy.
But this has been crazy things said in an English dub anime.
This series is fucking crazy. If you thought the dialogue in Samurai Pizza Cats was fucked up, be happy I didn't say the other dialogue in this anime. If you were to re-release it today, you know there would be so many people getting so offended over this series. And it's understandable. People change. There were things that were seen as funny, now not funny, and it's understandable why it's not funny. What they should do is remake the anime and then insert some 2020 dialogue. I mean, come on. We are remaking Higurashi When They Cry. I vote we should remake Ghost Stories and update the humor some, okay? Make it still dark, but more relevant. Then everybody be happy. But yeah, that was a very spooky and hilarious. See, because the rabbit is black. Episode of Let's Talk Anime. As usual, I'm your host, Der Rangeress. If you like this spooktacular episode, please do me a favor and like, comment, subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, bell icon, notifications, you know. And tune in next time, where I will actually do the season finale, which I am still sticking by my creed that the season finale is going to promote both love and also peace at the same time. So with that being said, peace out. And for some reason, I just want to say this episode of Let's Talk Anime is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends. Please sponsor me, I need the money.